would be the result of a 7-game series between these two squads?
Who says it's going 7 games?
Hey.
The Raptors would beat the Cavs in 6 games. They'd close them out in 6 games if they played right now. Now, I'm reminded of 2004, Stephen A. I was the only person, to my knowledge, in the national media who was telling people I actually thought the Pistons would sweep the Lakers in 04 because I was watching the Lakers. You know, Kobe still had 2 more championships in him. Shaq still had another championship in him. There were still great players. Lakers just weren't very good that year, especially in the playoffs, and the Pistons were all-time great defense. And I'm not claiming that this Toronto Raptors team is that Pistons team defensively, but they're a top 5 defensive team and a top 5 offensive team, and the Cavs just aren't very good right now. And unless Kevin Love comes back, not only Kevin Love come back with a vengeance, but someone from that group, and my money would be on Rodney Hood, becomes at least an average to above average starter somehow by the playoffs, I don't see him beating this Raptors team. I don't see him extending this Raptors team to 7 games. Here, let me tell you, the last time the Raptors played the Rockets, what happened? They won. How about the Celtics? Raptors won. Last time they played the Blazers, they won. Last time they played the T-Wolves, the Pacers, the Heat, the Spurs, the Raptors won. They consistently beat good teams, the best teams in the NBA. The Cavs don't beat good teams. They lose to good teams since the All-Star break. They beat the bad ones. The mediocre ones they kind of split with. They just aren't very good. Now, if you're betting on Kevin Love being a high-caliber All-Star, that's not a bad bet. LeBron James being the best player in the world, that's also not a bad bet. Even that's not enough. Someone else from that group of rotation pieces that are good rotation pieces, but none of them really, that guy is a bona fide starter on a championship team. Someone, be it Rodney Hood, Larry Nance Jr., Jordan Clarkson, someone needs to become a reliable minimum 3-star player. You know, like at least a starter, if not better, for the Cavs to advance past the Raptors. I haven't seen anyone consistently doing it. I like the Raptors in 6 games if that series happened right now.
You need to be tested for something. For what exactly? I have no idea, but you are clearly on something. If you think that somebody in the East is going to take LeBron James out inside of 6 games or 7 games, something is wrong with you. Please, listen, I respect the hell out of the Toronto Raptors. I got a lot of respect for Lowry and DeMar DeRozan and Valanciunas and Serge Ibaka. Obviously, they're formidable. What LeBron could do in the post against most teams would be significantly more difficult to do against those guys in the post because, you know, they can play, and we get all that. And I have profound respect for Dwayne Casey, who I consider to be one of the best coaches in the entire NBA. He is something special, no doubt about it. It's not an accident that the Dallas Mavericks, as great as Rick Carlisle is, the one lone championship on the Dallas Mavericks resume was with Dwayne Casey as the leading assistant coach under Carlisle. I got mad respect for Dwayne Casey. And Messiah is Messiah. I get all of that. But they can't get on the court for these brothers. And at the end of the day, you got to go up against LeBron. And as somebody who has had to travel to Toronto and stand in those global lines, for crying out loud, international travel, dealing with the nonsense that I've had to deal with. Now, when you get to Toronto, Toronto is a marvelous city. It is something special, no question. But getting there is hell, and getting out of there is hell. And by the way, the third part of hell is watching them when they go up against LeBron James. It usually does not work out for them. And I am here to tell you something right now. I don't believe for 1 second that the Toronto Raptors are going to beat LeBron James in a best-of-4 series. I cannot see it. I'm sorry. Well, mad respect for them. But listen, I still watch DeMar DeRozan still shooting less than 30% from three-point range. I still see Kyle Lowry. He hasn't grown in height. He's still that miniature guard that you get the game plan for in a best 4 out of 7 series. Those two have something to prove. And they are the individuals that stir that cup. They ignite that engine. When they're playing out of their minds. That is the concern, Stephen.
And hold on.
When they play out of their minds, that's different. But there is no doubt in my mind that they won't play out of their minds, especially DeRozan, because, again, he has to go up against LeBron. I'm sorry, I don't see it.